everyone, my name is the Clever Fool. Today we'll be playing the final mission of Genghis Khan, Episode 6, Pax Mongolica. We'll be going for the achievement The Go-Getter, which will involve defeating our one and only enemy in this mission before Subotai arrives. Let's go ahead and get started.
Only one power stands in our way. France and the kingdoms beyond are beaten from decades of crusades. If we break Eastern Europe, then it is likely that all of Western Europe will surrender. But to break the East, we must defeat Hungary. Hungary possesses the most formidable cavalry in all of Europe. They have not only the strength of European armor, but their horses are cousins to our own, having drifted in from across the Russian steppes. The Saho River that separates us from the army of Hungary is frozen, so we will be unable to deploy boats. Instead, the battle will be won or lost over who controls the bridge. Subotai is coming with reinforcements. If we can survive the charge of the Hungarian knights until Subotai arrives, then we can hope to take the bridge. Much rests on this simple bridge. If we capture the Saho crossing, we capture Hungary. If Hungary falls, so falls Europe. With Europe and Asia under Mongol control, our conquest of the world will be complete and final.
Yeah, funny how they're unaware of the existence of two entire continents. The world must have seemed both huge and small back then. I guess these days, because we can get anywhere basically within 24 hours, the world seems kind of small. Yet still, it was larger than it was back then for them. Okay, our main objectives. Destroy all Hungarian town centers and castles. Survive until Subotai's reinforcements arrive. Obviously, we'll be achieving this second one by making sure we win before Subotai's reinforcements arrive. Our hints tell us that Ogadai Khan is restricted to a population limit of 125. Use your saboteurs wisely, you cannot train anymore. Onagers and trebuchets can flatten forests, and it is impossible to build ships due to the ice on the Saho River. Our scouts report that the Mongol army in orange has gathered north of the Saho River to invade Hungary. Subotai himself will arrive later in the east with reinforcements. The Kingdom of Hungary in purple is located south of the Saho River. The Hungarians have excellent armed forces and strong fortifications. In battle, they rely mainly on heavy cavalry, skirmishers, scorpions, and battering rams. So in our case, we'll be relying on hussars, mengudai, and siege rams, with maybe a couple of trebuchets mixed in as well. And I think we have something around the lines of 40 minutes before Subotai arrives, so I'm going to try to use the first 20 minutes to boom up and survive the charge, and then use the remaining 20 minutes to clear out their base. Let's go ahead and get started.
We must hold off the Hungarians until Subotai arrives. He will be here in 40 minutes.
So let's grab these sheepies and keep pumping out villagers. We start in the Imperial Age here, which is really good. But we need to boom faster. In order to boom, we need to be always producing villagers here. And to that end, that means that we should be scouting always as well. Do we have a blacksmith? We do not. So we're going to need a blacksmith for ourselves as well. We'll send our first set of villagers to food here, because we're going to be focused on producing food. Let's have our villagers hunt. Let's have our Mengudai scout. Let's have our hussars scout. And keep churning out food production here. Let's build a lumber camp and set these villagers to wood, so that we can build another TC soon. And scout out the entirety of our river here. they're actually kind enough to provide for us a timer until our reinforcements arrive, which is basically going to be a timer for how much time we have in order to win the mission and get the achievement. Keep the flow of villagers coming. Send tons of stone here. And see if we have any more food sources running about. Doesn't seem to be the case, sadly. And this is the bridge that we're going to be tasked to hold. We should try to hold near the mouth of the bridge. And to that end, we're going to want a lot of castles there to produce Mangudai as well. We're going to need more farmers in short order. And start thinking about building a third TC. Perhaps right here on the wood. I think a third TC will be my next objective here. We've still got quite some time before our sheep totally run out. Still no idols, fortunately. Let's send more to stone here. And get these guys walking over here to start producing... Ooh. To start building a TC. Don't really see much of a charge here so far. So I'm not sure what all the fuss is about. We do need to build a few houses here. There's another sheep to be gathered. We've got a ton of wood gatherers. But now we are running somewhat short on hunters. That's a bit of an early charge, if I do say so myself. Let's try to bait these guys into the castle. Have them build a blacksmith back here. Move our saboteurs. Have our light cavalry take out the Treb. Keep churning out villagers here. Let's not lose him. And the rest of our tower should be able to take the rest of these units on. So our first charge is... Their first charge fails. Have those villagers take that sheep. Keep churning out more vills. Let's pick up conscription.
Subotai should be here in 30 minutes.
We got 10 more minutes of prep time before I start becoming concerned about our status. We'll move our saboteurs back to the front. Let's build a castle up front here and start picking up blacksmith techs. I need more farmers, fewer stone miners. Let's rebalance our eco just a tiny bit here. More food gatherers is imperative here, because we need food to get all of our researches up. Let's take this time to build some siege workshops and get more farmers out. We got 59 villagers online. That's a pretty solid number. We could always use more though. More gold, more food, more stone. We could use a university as well. Let's start pumping out more Mangudai. And I think we should be good on villagers now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting upgrades and start building more castles. Remember, we're going to be using Mangudai, Hussars. And in order to make effective use of this, we need lots of resources. Let's put more on gold. Villagers are out of stone. Let's build another castle here. Maybe send some of these guys back to this stone. Keep producing more Mangudai. And let's not fight scorpions with Mangudai, even though they have the advantage. Want to pick up Parthian tactics, chemistry here. Start building more rams. More rams, more Mangudai. More gold, it seems. Want to pick up Parthian tactics at some point. Let's pick up a couple stables. We only got enough for the one. We still have 20 minutes before Subotai arrives. Let's think about upgrading to Elite Mangudai next. Let's save for that. First, let's get Parthian tactics, actually. So just need to be a little patient here as we wait for some more gold. Let's actually pick up Siege Ram while we're waiting for the gold. And keep our villagers working. Let's have farm auto reseed on. And I mean, I don't really want to boom any further because we're gonna run out of pop space. So the next thing we wait for is the Elite Mangudai upgrade. We've just about got the gold, still waiting a little longer on the food. And we got tons of stone for a castle soon. Let's do elite Mangudai. Also want to pick up drill. Siege engineers would also be good once we get the resources.
Subotai should be here in 20 minutes.
Now we got a nice starter force here of Mangudai backed by rams. And the enemy should be in some major trouble here. We want to save for drill. We also want to be able to kill these skirms here. I guess the next tech would be Blast Furnace for our hussars. Test the rams onto that castle. And it seems like we've hit our population limit already somehow. So let's think about just aiming for drill then. Let's grab drill. And also start thinking about building a castle in the front here. It seems like the bulk of the Hungarian army has actually been defeated. Let's pick up Hussar the next opportunity that we get. And keep producing Mangudai here. And more rams. Let's build a couple more siege workshops. That's one castle finished off. Now let's bring in our saboteurs so we can use them effectively and clear up some population headroom while we're at it. We are low on wood, unfortunately. Now let's pick up Hussar. Our units are more or less breaking through. The enemy does not have a good flow of units right now. Let's send some saboteurs southwards. And we need more wood, it seems. Let's actually put these farmers onto wood instead, because we're not really using our food for anything. Have these forward villagers build wood, build a lumber camp there, I guess. Seems all our saboteurs went into this castle. I didn't end up seeing really what they did. We'll have this Hussar scout around. Want to destroy all Hungarian TCs in castles. There's a castle down here. There's a TC down there. So let's send a few rams to this TC. And I think we've just about cracked open their base. We'll have to see now if they have any other TCs. More Mangudai, more rams. Our villager is no longer needed here. Okay, so that's the southern TC down.
Such is the fate.
And now the northern TC is down. And it seems like we've already successfully completed the mission. Very nice. Excellent. And there we go in the bottom right. For the Horde completed, which is the last mission of Genghis Khan, as well as the Go-Getter, which is to complete this mission before Subotai arrives. Basically nice to have a little bit of time crunch here. But honestly, you're really not under much pressure at all. All you have to do is make sure you survive the first set of attacks, but you can do that pretty reasonably easy with a castle and your starting forces there. So really, my suggestion would just be to boom up for the first 20 minutes and then think about crossing the bridge. I remember the bridge explodes, but I don't think it explodes until after Subotai arrives. Yeah, I think if the bridge explodes, you have to like come across this portion of glacier here and then use mangonels to like break through the walls on this side. But that's that. The advantages of rush tactics, my friends.
Nothing stands between us and the Atlantic Ocean. The Mongol Empire comprises 2 whole continents. Europe and Asia belong to the Hordes. Every place we have entered has changed forever with our passing. Russia, once filled with quarreling city-states, much like the old Mongol tribes, will forever be melded into a single gigantic empire. Genghis Khan forged the largest empire ever created in the life of one man. His body was carried back to the river Onon, where the legendary Blue Wolf and Fallow Doe once lived. He was buried in the ground, and 1,000 horsemen rode over the site to disguise it. Genghis Khan's final resting place was devoured by the steppes. My people cherish the legend that their great ruler will one day return to lead his horsemen to another bloody victory.
Alright, cool. Not much to say about the story here. Gameplay was quite easy. Mongols are a super fun civilization to play. Running around with Mengudai and absolutely obliterating everyone is really fun. And lots of achievements for this campaign, which I really like. There were 3 achievements in all. The Kushlik assassination into China, as well as this one that we just got, the Go-Getter. And that makes for a nice, complete package. Next time, I'll be looking to complete Alaric here. Now, I was going to do all the 2-sword missions first, but someone specifically requested Alaric, an achievement associated with Alaric, so why not just up the difficulty right off the bat and go for a 3-sword mission? That's probably the next one that I'm going to go for. Until then, my name's been The Clever Fool. See you guys next time.